people. Que pasa, sapa, say what they do. Now, the first thing that is popping in the news is that we see that the person of interest, one of the two persons of interest that was involved in the conduct accord we are speaking about in flankers, we are talking about St. James, I'm speaking about Montego Bay, in which at least 4 persons got caught up, and also a PICKNEY that was 9 got slapped away, and also a PICKNEY that was 6 also pick up attack. And that 6-year-old PICKNEY happened to be the daughter of dancehall artist. We are speaking about Sparta. So people, based on the information, it is said that that person, one of those persons of interest, turned themselves over to the Freeport Popo, and we are speaking about in Montego Bay, and the Popo also asks the next person of interest to also turn himself over by 6 p.m. today. So people, they are sending out a warning, they are sending out a message. Make sure so you show up, or else we are coming for you, point blank and period. Now people, when that story broke, I saw a lot of bloggers, they were giving their views and opinion. And people, like we see with blogging, it is all about opinion. It is opinionated or opinionative. So people can say exactly what they want to say. However, you have to have the facts when you're making allegations. So I saw some people saying that Sparta was a Target. These persons were looking for Sparta, Rete, Lele, Blue, blah, blank. Now, people, when you look at the facts, the truth is that Sparta is a dancehall artist. Sparta is not hiding. Sparta is always performing on stages all over Jamaica. We are talking about the 14 parishes. So therefore, if somebody wanted to do him something, he would be an easy Target. So people, the notion that the persons were looking for him made absolutely no sense. And people, don't get it twisted, don't get it misconstrued. I am not saying that there might not be persons that are looking for him. I am just saying that he is easily found. Therefore, if somebody really wanted to do him something, even though he always has an entourage around him, people couldn't do him something if they were serious enough. So anyways, Sparta also did an interview on an Instagram live. And I am speaking about an Instagram live with a social media personality. We are speaking about a person whose name is Dai. And in that interview, he made it abundantly clear that the persons were not looking for him. It was a mistaken thing. 2 persons actually got into some sort of altercation, and then basically start to let go some camp on each other. And she was caught. We are speaking about his 6-year-old daughter. She was caught in the cross FIRE, and also that pertains to the little 9 that got slapped away, point blank and period. So people, the moral of the story is this. We see that Sparta basically make it clear. He made the facts clear because he came out and he said that he was not the person that they were looking for. So this was an isolated incident. We are speaking about an argument between 2 persons, and basically it escalated and got out of hand. And after the SMOKE clear, we are talking about 4 people get caught up, and also 1 get slapped away, and also one like a 6-year-old PICKNEY. So people, those are the facts based on the horse himself, based on coming from the horse's mouth. We are talking about Sparta. So people, there you have it. There are facts and then there are speculation. So the good thing about this whole thing is that we see that this incident happened less than maybe about a week ago, and the Pope already have 1 person in custody, and they also have the next person. They know the next person is. So people, we see that the Pope has been working very well since the end of 2019 into 2020. So therefore, we have to give credit where credit is due, point blank and period. So anyways, people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like me say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up. Now, before I move to the next part of my video, please subscribe to my next channel. It is called Jamaica Dancehall Source. 1 word, don't put any space between the words. And also, I am going to pin the link in the description of this video so people, you can check it out. And also, subscribe to this channel. We are speaking about True Jamaica Buzz. And when you subscribe, please press the notification bell or icon. And also press all in the option. So the next thing that is popping in the news is an update about a situation as it pertains to social media personality. We are speaking about a person who calls herself Prettii, and we are speaking about Mrs. Sparks. Now, based on the information that is out there, she was arrested by the Broward Sheriff Office. We are speaking about in Florida. We are talking about in Broward, Florida. And these are based on charges saying that she ASSAULTED and also BATTERED, her wife of 1 year. We are speaking about a person whose name is Keisha. People, this information is coming from somebody on social media. I am speaking about YouTube. I am speaking about King Mixup. And this was also verified based on information that he revealed, based on the paperwork that is coming from the Broward Sheriff Office. So people, we are talking about credible information. Now, based on that information, it is said that she was taken into custody and she basically posted a $2,000 bill we are talking about for the charges. But after that, she was also taken into the custody of, we are talking about ICE, we are talking about Immigration and Customs, we are talking about Border Patrol. So people, the point is that she left from one problem and she went into a worse problem. Now, based on the Popo report, it is said that Miss Sparks, we are talking about Prettii, she went over to the girlfriend or ex-wife house and basically they had a little altercation and she took a big rock, we are talking about one boulder, and lit the girl, we are talking about in her head and also in her side and also upon her hand. So people, it seems like she flinged this rock at least 3 times and make some serious injuries. And you understand, as it pertains to America, as soon as you dial 911, the Popo did a pan spot. So basically, she called the Popo, and the Popo came around the vicinity, and they were looking for Mrs. Prettii. We are talking about Miss Sparks, and they found her close to the house, and them take her in a custody. And then after she posted her bond, she was then taken to the custody of ICE. We are talking about Immigration. Now, people, you know that when ICE comes for you, that means that your paperwork is not straight. That means that you are not a citizen of US. And when you have a green card or a visa, people, it can be taken away easily, especially if you are charged for an aggravated felony. We are talking about some sort of ASSAULT or some serious type of CRIMES, which in this case is what happened. That is the case in this case, point blank and period. Now, the truth and the fact that I must admit that Prettii is one of those bloggers on YouTube that I actually watch because she is very entertaining. She is off the chain. She is off the wall. However, she gets a bit extreme too much. And sometimes she is too real. She keeps it too real for her own good. So people, we say that she is a very outspoken person. She talk about Futa Hype. She talk about any and everybody and them mama, the dog, the puss, rete, lele, blue, blah, bling, and people. The truth is that people don't like truth, and even though sometimes she is exaggerating, even though sometimes she goes overboard, she is basically entertaining and she is also real. She is not as fake as many of these bloggers that you see on social media. Me I talk about them Jamaican news blogger, yeah, point blank and period. So people, the moral of the story is this: Prettii jump out of the frying pan and she basically jump in at the FIRE, because now that she is in the custody of ICE, we are talking about immigration, people, we are talking about mucha problem. It is going to be very problematic, especially based on the CHARGES that she is accused of. And people, when you talk about getting deported, this is a one-way ticket, point blank and period. So therefore, I am not saying that she cannot beat these charges based on the fact that she's been in the US for a very long time. However, it is mostly based on the charges. It is mostly based on the severity or how serious the charges are. People, these are very serious charges. These are very serious allegations, especially due to the fact that based on record, based on the history of their relationship, this is not the first or the second or the third time. So therefore, she is a repeat offender. People, we are speaking about a person that the government, we are speaking about the US government, and we are especially speaking about the immigration. They are going to see her as a very hostile person. People, they don't have any problem with basically flinging persons like that out of them country, point blank and period. So people, my point is that it kind of looks dismal for Prettii right now, point blank and period. So anyways, people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like me say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine, but let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up. Now, the next thing that is popping in the news and entertainment, and while we're on the topic of Jamaican social media stars or social media personality, we are speaking about Futa Hype, we are speaking about Jamaican dancehall selector and people. This is an update of his situation. So therefore, his friend was doing an interview on Instagram Live, and he happened to call Futa Hype, or actually Futa Hype calling from the detention center. We are talking about the ICE immigration center, and he said that he is just going through the process. There is hope. So people, it seems like while a lot of persons are saying that Futa Hype is going to get deported, it seems like Futa Hype is seeing a silver lining behind the dark cloud. It seems like he is very hopeful, and it seems like he might have been getting some hopeful information. However, even though Futa Hype is sounding very hopeful and always being optimistic, we have to understand that persons are always going to be optimistic whenever they're in a desolate situation. So people, I am just saying that the final decision is going to come down to the immigration. It is going to be whether he is supposed to be in the US or not. It is going to be whether he has the paperwork and the documents and the evidence for basically stay. However, he is saying that he looks hopeful because he does not have any charges. He has not basically committed any sort of crime. But people, the big question sign is this, or the question is this: is his paperwork straight? And people, it is so ironic that after Prettii basically was talking ish about Futa Hype, she is now also in the same situation. So people, like me say, Futa Hype calling to a live that his friend, we are speaking about Tony Mataran, we are talking about the dancehall selector had on Instagram. And one of the things that also struck me about his call or his interview with Tony Mataran is the fact that he was talking like he is a Christian. He was talking as if he is a changed man. He was talking as if he is holier than thou. And don't get it twisted, don't get it misconstrued. I am not saying that that is the case in this case. I am just saying that whenever any person kind of get in a trouble, they always try to seem like they are an innocent victim. They are always calling upon God. They are always quoting from the Bible. So people, I am just saying, be very careful of what persons say. Don't believe everything that you hear, and don't believe half of what you see. And like the saying also goes, whenever trouble catch you, PICKNEY H00T I go fit you. So people, persons are always going to try to adjust and adapt to their situation. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like me say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up.